featherweight world champion, the 2016 Olympic silver medalist from Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson.
And still WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
He is the takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Oh, he's absolutely brilliant. His technique is flawless at times. He gets criticised for his safety first approach at times, but he can be aggressive.
He is a takeover. The words hit the arena before the punches ever do. The crowd rises. The lights burn brighter. And somewhere between noise and expectation, two undefeated fighters step closer to something they can't walk back from. This isn't just another boxing match. This is a collision of identities.
He drops the opposite hand when he shoots his right hand down to the body against the southpaw. You saw that against Sandor Martin. You saw that in the lab. There'll be opportunity.
Confrontation between two philosophies that were never meant to coexist in the same ring. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. One thrives in disruption. The other survives by eliminating it. And when those worlds collide, the sport doesn't just watch. It learns. Shakur Stevenson walks in with the quiet confidence of a man who has already solved the equation. Featherweight world champion. Olympic silver medalist. Newark, New Jersey.
A lot of people ain't give us the opportunity to show how great we is. A lot of the fighters, I want to say, either they ducked or found a business way not to get in front of me. And I feel like with him, he kind of gave me the opportunity of a lifetime now.
Mainly, work on your pace, you know what I'm saying? If you need a fast pace, I don't think you can keep up with us with a fast pace. I think it'll break him down.
His technique, his praise is flawless. His defense surgical. His critics say he's too safe, too cautious, too controlled. But those same critics rarely understand what safety actually means at the elite level. Safety isn't fear. Safety is preparation. Because Shakur can be aggressive when he wants to be. He just doesn't waste it. Across the ring stands Teofimo Lopez. Electricity wrapped in muscle and belief. The takeover. A fighter who doesn't wait for permission. 12 knockouts at lightweight don't come from patience. They come.
You know, technically, they don't follow the system. Teo is that type of fighter. And right now, you see the counter right there from Ortiz?
We always come upon that common descriptive of he's twitchy. He's dynamic.
Come from conviction, from the belief that pressure, applied long enough and violently enough, will eventually force truth out of anyone standing in front of you. Teofimo doesn't ease into fights. He storms them. And for years, that storm has worked. But this moment was different. Because a Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight doesn't exist for entertainment alone. It exists for answers.
You know he like to work off his jab, so you handle that jab, you handle it coming forward. That's the first thing that you always want to do, man. Try to avoid injury, man. It's fun, man.
This isn't a highlight reel designed to make casual fans scream. It's closer to an audit. A full inspection of habits, instincts, and limits. Every second feels like someone is checking your resume while you're still trying to prove you belong in the room. No excuses. No exits. Just reality. Both men walked in undefeated. Both in their physical prime. Both at 135 pounds, where speed doesn't fade and mistakes don't get forgiven. No catch weights. No tune-up fights. No off-night narratives waiting in the shadows. This was a clean test. The kind boxing saves for when it wants honesty instead of hype. One man was always going to walk out validated. The other was going to walk out changed, whether he accepted it or not. Teofimo Lopez has always lived in chaos. That's not a phase. That's his identity. He believes chaos forces truth, that if you push hard enough, fast enough, something will crack. He believes pressure solves everything. And history, until now, had rewarded that belief. Shakur Stevenson believes the opposite.
You build your career up all this time. Oh, I want to fight this guy. I want to fight this guy. I want to fight this guy. And then a moment comes and it's like, damn, it's here. Like, it kind of like turn you up like, okay, let's go get it now. Like,
He got it.
Won my first world title at 22, and it's like I don't get what I've earned.
Every father wants his son to be the best, you know. Think that we should have moved that to 140.
Olympic pedigree, world titles across divisions, a career built on restraint. Shakur doesn't fight emotions. He fights patterns. His calm isn't a personality trait. It's a weapon, manufactured, trained, sharpened over years of discipline and repetition. Where Teofimo feeds off noise, Shakur feeds off silence. He doesn't need to dominate exchanges. He needs to dominate decisions. That's the separation. One tries to overwhelm the moment. The other tries to own time itself. Both approaches worked flawlessly until they collided, and that's why this fight became unavoidable. Eventually, boxing stopped clapping.
He's a three-weight world champion who is desperate to be a household name. And this platform...
Eventually, it stops promoting. Eventually, it starts asking questions. And when the sport asks questions, you don't get to answer with excitement. You answer with substance. The lightweight division had closed in on them. Too much shared history. Too many unanswered debates. Ducking wasn't an option anymore because the story stopped making sense. Business routes disappeared. Timing aligned. Pressure mounted. Honesty arrived. Even the walk to the ring told you everything. Shakur moved like a man who already knew the pace of the fight. No wasted steps. No emotional spikes. His face didn't change. That kind of
right now in the fight. However, he's trying to close the distance to Ortiz.
Tries to do so with the right hand behind that jab.
Good jab from Ortiz.
Ortiz doubles up that jab.
Stillness isn't calm. It's a warning. Teofimo, on the other hand, buzzed with energy, feeding off the crowd, soaking in the noise, bouncing, twitchy, explosive. That energy is real. It's powerful, but it's also dangerous. Because the same fire that fuels you early can burn you out when the night starts asking hard questions. Round one begins exactly how people expected Teofimo Lopez to begin. Fast, loud, sharp. He's popping in and out, throwing punches that make the crowd react even when they don't land. And that's the key detail most people miss. They don't land. It's like swinging at a moving shadow and realizing the shadow is always half a step ahead. Shakur isn't retreating. He's repositioning. He's removing angles. He's turning Teofimo's aggression into wasted effort. And here's the part people don't talk about enough. Missed punches are expensive. Every big swing that cuts air drains you a little, even if you don't feel it immediately. Teofimo is burning fuel early, trying to force something into existence. Shakur is doing the opposite. He's not adding risk. He's removing options. By the end of round one, nothing dramatic has happened. No knockdowns. No wild exchanges. But something important has. Teofimo has spent more than he planned. Shakur hasn't spent anything. And in elite boxing, that imbalance compounds fast. Round two is where discomfort creeps in. Teofimo still has speed. Still has...
I'm going to put my back against this neutral corner. You come on in, and Ortiz does. Ortiz says, I will. And he digs to the body. Goes with a right hand, a short right hand.
Power. Still looks dangerous. But the fight isn't loud anymore. It's tight. Shakur stops reacting and starts orchestrating. That's the shift. He's not just avoiding punches now. He's inviting specific ones. Drawing shots he already knows how to escape. Letting Teofimo think he's found something. Then taking away instantly. That's exhausting. Not physically yet. Mentally. This is a kind of fatigue road work doesn't prepare you for. Your brain starts working overtime because nothing lines up. Punches are just a fraction late. Feet hesitate a beat longer than before. Not enough for casual viewers to scream. Enough for elite fighters to smell blood. Listen to the corners. One side is calm, measured, almost boring. The other grows louder, faster, more urgent. Instructions pile up. Do this. Do that. Pick it up. Move your head. That contrast matters. It tells you who feels in control and who feels the clock ticking. Somewhere in this round, the fight quietly stops being competitive and starts becoming structured. and struck.
I wasn't ready before, but I'm fine being the villain.
Well, that explains it right there on the back of his trunks. Twitterson.
Twitterson instead of Stevenson.
He's riding with
on the
it.
back of his trunks.
He's riding with it.
Nature always favors a man who built his career living inside it. By round 3, the screws tighten. Teofimo is still trying to assert himself, but frustration sneaks in. Not the obvious kind, the subtle kind, overreaching by inches, throwing a punch half a second too early, resetting just a little too slow. These aren't highlight reel mistakes. These are confidence leaks. And Shakur sees every drop. He draws punches like a chess player setting traps 3 moves ahead. Teofimo throws. Shakur slips, counters lightly, and disappears again. Over and over.
A little bit of separation. Straight jab. Split the guard. Goes underneath to the body with the left hand.